care what anyone says. I love Magic Springs. This is a great park. You got a water park and amusement park mixed into one. The rides are far superior to Frontier City. I know that's a low standard, but still, rides far superior to Frontier City, plus the water park, and they put on concerts. I can hear Zach Williams practicing, at least, well, not right now. He just finished up a song right before I started this. But yeah, Zach Williams is practicing for his concert tonight. Right here, we got a tower complex. It's actually kind of two tower complexes in one, with 4 tube slides. One of them's broken. You got 3 body slides off on the left there. Over here, you got the mat slides. There is the wave machine thing right over there. There's another tube slide complex off in that direction. Actually, you can see the tubes right there, or the tube slides right there. There's 4 tube slides over there. One of them's not working. And then a wave pool off in that direction as well, and a kiddie area. So you got all that, plus roller coasters, plus concerts. I mean, really, this is an excellent park. I got Arkansas Twister up and running now. It's a bit shaky, and there's not really any airtime. I mean, I rode in the back, so it's probably shakier there than in other rows, but there got maybe a slight bit of airtime a couple times there, but yeah, not very good. The restraints aren't good, and you kind of get thrown around in the seat uncomfortably. But honestly, it's not terrible. It's just not very good. I'd actually take Wildcat at Frontier City over this. I thought every similar ride, the Edge went to Magic Springs, or sometimes in a landslide went to Magic Springs. I'd say Slide Edge goes to Frontier City with Wildcat over this. I think it's mostly the trains, though. Better trains would make this better because got decent height, got decent speed, and the surrounding beauty, especially from the top of the lift hill. It is just gorgeous looking around. So that's the best part of the ride. Frontier City's Wildcat, though, it does go off into the trees, so that makes that good. The pacing on this is awful. You have the big, drawn-out turnaround at the far end, and then whenever you come back, you have this one airtime hill, which I swear, you got to be on that airtime hill for about 6 or 7 seconds. I was laughing in the middle of it because it was so stupid how long it took to get over that hill. Probably being a relocated coaster didn't help either. Probably affects the ride experience, how it rides on the track. Oh, this is my waterproof camera. Sorry. Yeah, that's better. The lens sometimes gets wet with my waterproof camera and I don't notice it. And the way to ride this, you got to put your arms out and your legs out and just feel the airtime. Just let your body float in the seat. Now when it stops dropping, when the brakes hit, you will kind of slam back down into your seat, but it actually doesn't hurt at all. Glad I rode X Coaster 6 times yesterday because it's down right now. Big Bad John's got quite a line, especially since they have to run at pretty much like 33% capacity practically. Just depends on the group size. And if you like the antique cars, they got them here too. It is such a pretty view from up there. That's weird, they put the sign way over there, hidden away on the side. And the Vekoma SLC, the line is spilling out all the way to here. It is one of the better Vekoma SLCs, but if you're gonna come to Magic Springs on a Saturday, just beware. With the having to do like the every other row sort of thing, and one train operations and having to spray down the train after every cycle. They aren't using all the switchbacks in there, so you actually just kind of go right up the ramp and into the station, but it takes a long time. And here comes the wave turn. Glad I got my 5 rides yesterday. I won't wait in this line right now. I'm really starting to like the Vekoma SLC layout. It's pretty solid. Maybe not better than a Batman the Ride layout, but it's still pretty good. That yellow sign there, mask required to ride this. So there's a few things you have to wear a mask to ride. The bumper cars are the same way. Definitely is a very pretty park and a beautiful setting around the Ozark Mountains. I'll try Arkansas Twister again towards the front. Right over there. You barely make it up to that turnaround, and it goes around that thing so slow. You can take a nap during the turnaround, and then you finally start picking up some speed again. And then you come to the dumbest airtime hill on any coaster. It takes you forever to crest it. Gotta be 6 or 7 seconds on that airtime hill. It may only go up and down, but if a coaster can go up and down well, then it can be one of the best coasters in the world, like El Toro. Just Arkansas Twister doesn't go up and down well. Alright, I'm done riding for the day. Got a lot of water slides in, but didn't do much with the coasters. Got on Arkansas Twister twice. One on X Coaster and another on the Kiddie Coaster, because why not? And now getting ready for Zach Williams. Heading over to get in line for the concert. They're about to open the amphitheater. So, doing a social distance sort of concert. It's all on an outdoor lawn there. Bring your own lawn chairs and just leave appropriate space. Should work out just fine. Really happy that Magic Springs is actually willing to do this. A lot of parks just aren't even bothering. I call that laziness. I've never tried that. I ought to do it someday. See, the two sections of the water park is separated by the dry park walkway. Yes, this brings back great memories.
4 hours with us in a studio tracking vocals, just trying to do everything right for this song. She's been a champion from day one, and then she turned around and she asked me last year to perform on the CMAs, and I mean, for a little boy from Arkansas, I don't know, that don't happen much, but I don't think there was any greater joy for me than to stand on that stage with an audience that big and talk about Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. It's my current single right now on radio, and I think it's also just so fitting for what we're going through in our country. You know, this song for me was a song about all these moments in my life that I missed, all these things that I didn't realize at the moment God was doing something for the greater good. And I really think that we're going to look back at this in years and go, you know what, God brought our families close together. You know, He made us stronger as a nation, and that's what He's doing. God has a plan for everything, and right now, maybe we don't see it. Maybe it's a good thing we don't. But I'm just thankful that there was Jesus. You know what I mean? Like every moment, every minute, every time I turn around and I think about my life and where I've been, I can look back and say, I missed it there, but God was in that moment. Jesus was right there with me walking through that. Anyway, Dolly couldn't be here, so I'm going to try to do it. So this song's called There Was Jesus.
And the entryway fountains are making a weird sound here after the Zach Williams concert just concluded here. Check the listing, see if you know anyone that might be playing later on. They do a really good job controlling the situation and having people keep their distance and all that stupidity that we have to do right now. But they're doing it, and by doing it, they're able to still put on these shows. And so that's a wrap from this visit to Magic Springs over this weekend. Really nice that I have a park that I can come to for a weekend without having to take off work. And get on a few roller coasters, some water slides, all in one park, and go to a concert all in one park. It's really nice. So, really impressed with Magic Springs over that. Is it the greatest park in the world? Of course not, but under the current climate, under the current conditions, this is a great park to come to. You don't have to wear a mask, but you can, of course. A lot of people are. But it's nice that you don't have to. If it's bothering you, you can pull it down without people bothering you to put it back on like you're going to be getting at the other parks, at the corporate parks. So I highly recommend coming here this season. Although the weekday is going to be much, much better. Like my Friday afternoon here was incredible. Just got to ride as much as I wanted, even with all the requirements that they have to follow on the roller coasters about leaving empty rows and whatnot. I still got plenty of rides in on things. A lot longer lines on the weekends. Though not really long lines, it's just that with those requirements they have to follow, it moves real slow. That's going to be how it is at all the corporate parks, though, too, so just be aware of that. The operations are going to slow to a crawl on everything, and that's going to really become a big factor at the busier parks. So I would say this is a good park to come to this season. And it's a very pretty park, too. Even if the rides aren't the greatest in the world, just check out these surroundings. And especially here on the drop tower, even Arkansas Twister, you get some really great views. And yeah, X Coaster, you get some great upside down views. Gauntlet is the only one that really kind of gives you the feeling that you're near a city because it goes along the street side there, along the highway. But that's only a small part of the view on it. You can still see the surrounding mountains.